morning and welcome back to another episode of Blue Jay Acres. If you're new here, I'm Charles. This is our 10-acre homestead on a piece of property kind of in southwestern Ohio. And we moved here about 2 years ago to try to become self-sufficient. And we're slowly getting there. Rooster agrees. And I say good morning, but actually it is going on 1 o'clock. Today kind of got away from me this morning as I got out here and started getting some things done. One project leads to the next, and the next thing you know, it's like, oh yeah, I should probably grab that camera. So today, wanted to start off because I've got some things that I need to get done, but one of which is planting garlic later today. Might do it tomorrow, not sure. Just see how the afternoon shapes up because I want it to be warm enough for putting that garlic in the ground. So, gotta get that done. The bed's already prepped, I just gotta get it in. And the other thing that I wanted to show you, very noisy rooster. The other thing I wanted to show you is what we are doing with the chickens. So I talked a little bit on the last video that we're doing something a little different with them for the winter. And I know, very vocal rooster. I know some of you have made comments about how they looked cramped, and so the project I've been working on has been to get together a larger chicken coop for the chickens, and it would become a permanent chicken coop for our laying hens, and then the coop that you've seen on prior videos, the mobile, that will become a coop in the spring for all of the chickens that are the dual purpose birds. So we'll kind of split those apart and go from there. But many of you may know that in May of last year, I built a greenhouse, and all with good intent. The plastic on it was horrific though. It didn't last to save its neck. So we decided that going into this year, I would repurpose that greenhouse and make it into a chicken house. So I have some footage of me working on that over the past few weeks, better than a month, I think now. So we'll go ahead and roll that here, and then I'll show you where I'm at with it today. It's not finished. Watch the video and I'll show you how it is though. And that brings us to where we are today, which is the chicken house. It is a 16 by 8 structure with an 8-foot peak, and it will give us more room for chickens than we will need. So I'll show you a couple things about it. First off, as you can see, it didn't finish painting the other day, so I got the window to paint. I got trim to do around one of the windows over here, and I'm still working on trim work around the edges. So I've got this this one corner done right here, but I got to do the other corners. So a little bit there to go. The roof is actually made out of old sheet metal. The sides made out of T111. And I'm going to come back here. So we did, the chicken run right now is just the temporary chicken run. That is a Premier One 164-foot fence, and it will be replaced with a permanent fence made from the fencing from our old backyard before I made a wooden fence. So this is their run, so they've got plenty of room to get out and get around. And this will become kind of the area where I'll put compost for them to dig through and keep busy and active. The windows are actually plates of glass that came out of an old refrigerator that we had. And I just framed those in and sealed them. They'll make perfectly fine windows for a chicken coop, and I didn't have to go buy anything. That is the same. So if anybody's ever seen a vegetable drawer that has a plate glass over the top of the vegetable drawer, that's what my center window is on this side. And on the door, it is the same door that was on the old greenhouse. All I did was just kind of inlay the siding for the back of it and add the trim work down at the bottom. So here is the inside of the coop. They have a 16-foot roosting bar plus some extra roosting in the back, and I think over here I'm going to take this shelving out which had their chicken feed on it and make them more roosting. But they also have that little activity bar that I had in the barn, and that is the ladder that was out in the barn. So that little activity bar gives them something to kind of roost on at night or during the day as well. As you can see, that is the vent fan from the greenhouse. I left it exactly where it was, and the control for it is right there. And I figured that will help with ventilation to make sure that we don't have too much humidity, or we don't get you know, obviously too smelly or whatever in here. So on this side, I do have a catch system that will open up. Come back out here for a second. And I have the ability to open this. And just with a simple latch, now I have an open window. Needs framed. And then over here, I am in the process of working on their nesting boxes, but I have expanded to 8 nesting boxes for these birds. And they do absolutely love that. As a matter of fact, we've got to collect some eggs today. So for right now, I am just using pine shavings in the bottom. There is about 2 inches of gravel from the old greenhouse under here. So that will give us, if I need to scrape this out and wash it down, that will give us something that, you know, water will seep down. It also gives us a protective barrier to make sure that the animals don't try to dig up through the bottom nearly as easily. And look, the birds absolutely love it in here. You can see we have quite a few just chilling out. I'll show you this. So this door normally stays closed. I do need to undo the latch here though. And that becomes, make sure I have no escapees, that becomes the part where I can raise their chicken door. I don't think I can do this with one hand. There we go. So that latches up. And then that becomes their run, and I've got double latches at the bottom and the top to make sure the door doesn't open. And we are all set. And yes, I've got a little paranoia because I've got birds wanting to escape. All right, come on, ladies. Thank you. That gives the birds plenty of room. It's about 9 by or 12 by 14, I think, is the opening size for it. We do have a few larger breed birds. You're gonna see, I can really get almost 2 hens through it at the same time. That'll give us the ability, if we have predators outside or anything like that, they can fit in and out without any real issues.
We just got done planting garlic, and now it is time for me to start dinner. So I am making Swedish meatballs, and I will have that recipe linked for you guys down below. But let's get making the meatball part of the Swedish meatballs.
Floor looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. Guess your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone. see I must have been wrong, 'cause your love is strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone, way so far from home. Free, but ready to flee from this all. Hard to be standing on your own. I keep living alone, way so far from home.
Okay, so here is tonight's dinner then. We're having Swedish meatballs over noodles, some bread. We're finishing up our salad that we have, so some more nuts on top, but today it's oranges instead of apples. And we're gonna do this cranberry pear balsamic vinaigrette. And this is from the Rocky Mountain Olive Oil Company. And it is very tasty. And then over here for dessert, Katie and Theo made these apple cinnamon scones. So we are gonna have that for dessert. Okay guys, that is gonna wrap it up for today, and we will see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna go eat dinner and just kind of relax some tonight. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and I hope everybody has a great day or night wherever you are. Bye everybody.